Is this a cool retro racer or just a bunch of makeup on a mediocre moped? I'm Donnie Desmo. Welcome to my Ducati Scrambler Cafe Racer review. Just to give you a bit of a background, this bike was born in 2017 into an already growing Ducati Scrambler family, and so it shares a lot of the features of the other Scrambler models, such as the air-cooled 800cc L-twin engine. But it also has some new sporty features, like a 17-inch front wheel. Now, it was painted like this in black and gold originally. Now you can also have it in silver and blue, but why would you? That brings us to the looks. Now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, they say, but I dare claim this is definitely the best looking Scrambler out there. It has great retro shapes from tank to seat and a very beautiful black and gold paint finish. Overall, the design is very well balanced and it definitely draws attention on the road. Interestingly, Ducati didn't leave it there. They added some nice little details. For example, they engraved Born Free 1962 into the tank lid, which is a reference to the year in which the first Ducati Scrambler model was built. And this number 54 on the side is paying homage to Bruno Spag. To some Italian guy who scored a few podiums in the 1950s and 60s. But does it also sound like a classic from the 1960s? We live in the age of Euro insert your favorite emission standard, so there's many a reason to doubt that, but let's just have a listen. Fear not, ye fans of the old school Ducati L-twin, you have the unmistakable character of a Testastretta engine, which is somewhere between a wild animal and a tractor, and I like that. Speaking of wild animals, how about performance? Now, this is an 800cc engine with 73 horsepower and 67 Newton meters of torque. Now, that doesn't sound very spectacular in the age of 200 plus horsepower machines, which you can find in the market today, but it actually feels nicely punchy and is a lot of fun to ride. Just expect a little more cafe than racer. Let's talk about handling. Now, Ducati adjusted the geometry and the front wheel of the bike to improve the handling. The result is a more forward-lean sitting position, which gives you more focus on the front wheel, which makes the bike a lot more fun in some tight twisties. Unless the road gets a bit bumpy. If the road gets a bit more bumpy, the ride gets a wee more wobbly. And the reason for that is you can adjust the rear shock, but you cannot adjust the front fork. Another thing that's interesting about this bike is the brakes. Some people have said that the front brake actually lacks some bite. After all, you only have one disc in the front. But I found if you adjust the brake lever to its maximum position, which I have to do because I have long fingers anyway, it actually works really well. And then there is the rear brake, but this is a Ducati, so I wouldn't know what that is. We should also talk about electronics, of course. This bike has ABS, and that's it. No DQS, no EBC, no DTC, no riding modes, and I think that's absolutely perfect. Because riding a motorcycle is about the visceral experience, about feeling the speed and the dynamics. It's not about looking for your manual to find out how to set the traction control to setting number I cannot count that high. Is the bike comfortable? Maybe not as much as you would expect. At least my butt was rubbed nicely sore after about 1 hour of riding. But that's no problem, because the tank is pretty small too. On the plus side, however, the bike is very, very easy to operate, and that saves a lot of energy. To sum it up, is this a cool bike or just a nice paint job? The answer is yes. It is clearly the prettiest and the sportiest of the Scrambler family. It is definitely beginner friendly, but if you are an experienced rider and you're just looking for a fun bike to ride around the twisties, this might just be the thing for you. But if you should choose to buy one, do me one favor, take a black one please. Donnie Desmo out. Desmo. Welcome to my Ducati Scrambler Cafe Racer review. So it shares much of the features. I pressed the wrong button, try again. Going from 0 to 100 in about 4.1 seconds and having a top speed of about no DTC, no, what's the other stuff called? DQS and EBC. Okay, do it again. If you're an experienced rider and you're just looking for a fun bike with a lot of torque to ride bullshit.